Oh my God! Looks like the stream was deleted in Facebook. This keeps happening.
And I think we're live though.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, guys. We are having more issues with StreamYard, but myself, Robert Murray, Max, and Jhon are on, and we're gonna. Looks like we are only able to stream to YouTube at the moment. I don't know if you can see anything that's going to change that, guys, inside of StreamYard. It seems like it's a StreamYard issue.
Well, Robert, no, we don't have access to that because we're actually logging as guests. So let's just try to see. Maybe somebody can help us out. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for actually just tuning in. I know we're only right now streaming towards YouTube and I believe our main channel. So in just a moment, we're gonna take a look to see what's the situation with Facebook. Now, so Max, Jhon, how are you?
I'm going to back out the way. I'll remove my camera for now. I'll let you guys take control. I'll be in the background. I'm going to see if I can figure.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, Robert does that. So let's just take a step back. So, hey, Max, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
All right. Just it's good to be back on camera. It's been quite a while, as you guys know. And as Robert was saying, let me just introduce myself, since we don't know who exactly is watching at this right now, because we were supposed to have the live in Facebook, which I'm going to try to log in a second and see exactly who is actually with us today. But in any case, guys, so today is actually, as it was announced, it is the GrooveKart update. And I'm very excited because, yes, we know for a long time we did not give you guys updates for GrooveKart especially. But right now we are about to do that. And the next hour and 50 minutes, as soon as I can get the green light from Robert that everything is normal in Facebook in our group, so we can actually just formally start. But in the meantime, Max, let's just kind of just chat for a bit, probably 2-3 minutes, while we just get everything else ready in Facebook and see if everybody can see us, and then actually checking it on YouTube as well. Make sure that everybody actually can see us. Now, Max, since you are at the core of everything when it comes to GrooveKart, what can you tell us, and why wasn't really GrooveKart updated, or we didn't have one of these lives kind of announcing what we do for GrooveKart recently?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks, Jhon. I will say hi to everybody. Yeah, I'm on YouTube and I see that there is some comments there. So yes, we were a bit silent this year, and as you know, like for many people and for many companies, this year was also a bad year. Like, not bad, but it's like a complex one, and the same was with us. So for the from the second quarter, let's say, we were a bit silent, but not because we like dropped the project. No, we are continuously developing software. We just took time to refactor our application because we are preparing for the for scaling loads. We are preparing to for the high performance, load on the stores. And also, many people are asking and do not understand why GrooveKart is so, like, a bit like in a side one, in a side with the another with other Groove apps. So what we were doing in the background, we were preparing the GrooveKart software to be more like, to push the tackles inside the Groove digital software. So yeah, this is the thing, and we are almost ready for that. And the first thing, I think, what people are waiting is Groove Mail. So you will see that, we are already communicating with the Groove Digital, and in future will be more.
Yeah, and one of the things to consider, guys, is like when we're talking about the huge enterprise that Groove is, because believe it or not, Groove is growing. We have an incredible amount of great users, and we always try to improve. And in order to have that improvement, we have to make decisions. such decisions will affect some products more than others. Like in this case, I know that part of our efforts to announce today what we did with the GrooveKart, I know it's going to excite a lot of people, but maybe not so much other people. But that's the perfect balance, because one of the things that we can say is that we're going to keep doing this now every month. Monthly, we're going to have a live presentation just like this one, and we're going to be talking about GrooveKart. And hopefully next year, I've been trying to get my hands again into give you guys the training that I did in the past couple of years, and actually tried to get everything that we need for GrooveKart. And so how about if we just get started now, Max, with a couple of things. And let's just go into the first topic of the day. We're gonna talk about 4 to 5 things, guys. So to give you the context in the next hour, and what we're gonna do is pretty much give you an update. And now that we know the reasons why we did not update GrooveKart, now let's just go into what we did. So with that said, let's just talk about custom fields, Max. How about if you just give us the knowledge, and you can log in into the test account and actually just show us what happened with custom fields, because I know this is something that a lot of people were asking for in the past. They wanted to have an opportunity to request certain information, try to get some data whenever people make an order, and I think custom fields is the answer to that. So
yeah, sure.
Let's just now, Max, I don't know if you have the ability to present your screen, so let's just present your screen, and
Let me try.
Awesome. And guys, just a little comment: if anybody is actually in the live right now in Facebook, let us know. Or if you are actually in YouTube, also let us know, so we know who is actually with us today.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Let me just take a look. Is it visible? Do you see my screen?
I don't believe so, Max. I think we are looking at only your. Can you present? You have to go back into live, into StreamYard and click live.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Stop screen. No, it's saying like I'm sharing the screen. Stop screen. No. Yeah, I see. I think maybe Robert should do something. No, or I can handle that.
Yeah, Robert, I think we might need your help. If you're still in the background, we need to have a person.
Oh, cool.
There
oh,
you
cool,
go.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Now we're clicking with that.
Okay. So for the active users, what we are saying here, it's maybe not like a new feature, because it's past some time since the time we released that. But for many people, they still do not aware about that. So I will tell you a bit in short about this feature, which can be helpful for your business or stores. So it's called the custom fields on GrooveKart, and what it basically do, it allows you for your product create additional field on the product page, and your buyers, visitors, can insert and save some information there. Let's say you are selling flowers, and you want to add some, a present gift card with some text. And what you can do here, you can add a new text field on the product page, which will say what is the gift card name. Or if you want an upload file field, it's also available. So let me quickly show you here. Everything related to the custom fields is under the marketing tools. Okay, it's called the custom field, and here you have a way to name your field. Let's say I will just be a very boring guy, and I will make it a text field. Also, you can make it required. Okay, so if you're really sure, every product which will be added to the cart needs to have this field. The same can be done with the image field. So let's say you have a text field here, or an image one. Let's say image. It can be a file, but the supported files is all the image types like WebP, JPEG, PNG, and so on. PDFs as well, and TXT. It doesn't support, unfortunately, others. So if you save this, Okay, let's save this and refresh the page. I'm always like refreshing the page before proceeding. Okay, so I still see it here. So let's go in live, and I will show you how it looks like. So um, the customization form on the product page is ticked up with the Add to Cart button. So meaning whenever you place your Add to Cart button on the page, before this button, the new form will appear. And if it's a required field, there is no chance to proceed. If there is, I can just share example, okay, and add to the cart. So always on all these steps of the order process, even after confirmation in the email templates, in the order back office, like in the dashboard, order details, you will see the label name and the label value. Um, and this value is saved per product. So meaning if you want to buy, let's say, 2 t-shirts with different examples, just change the text and add a new one, and it will be 2 products with different custom fields. Unfortunately, for people who like changing styles, there is no way to change the styles for this element, because it's just something not hard coded, but something, let's say, system one, like a system, and it's using theme settings, basically label styles, and and that's pretty much it. All the borders we have the same across the store, and the only thing which you can change is a position. Okay, so you can place it before add to cart or after. It depends on your needs. So that's pretty much it. People actually, we announce we have already instructions videos about that, where you can closely look at all the steps, including order details, email templates about these custom fields. You can create as many fields you need. If you really have 7 ones, okay, create 7 different text fields, make them all required. People are asking to improve this already, like with a switch, radio choice and other stuff. Unfortunately, for now, it's like an MVP release, and sometime later, maybe next year, it's okay. Just vote for that. Jhon, I cannot hear you.
Sorry, StreamYard definitely is having some sort of hiccups here because my screen disappeared. Now you're gonna see this ugly green background. So, guys, as I was saying, and because of course my Mac was muted, this custom fields allows you to do so many things with it to kind of customize what you need for your products. And as Max just showed us, it will make your life way more easy when it comes to get those things done. And this is actually part of the excitement. And Max, I think we should talk about that since you're there now on the actual checkout, so we can actually just make sure that we talk about that for a second, since a lot of people might see a little bit different things there. So you want to talk a little bit more about the actual checkout process and how everything now is new about the one-time password and things like that?
Yeah, sure. So this is another cool thing which we already released somewhere like around summer, even a bit earlier. We redo the whole checkout in the background. So maybe like on the storefront for you, it's looking like almost the same, and this is only because this is a best practice. I mean, like, take a look at all the beautiful checkouts and conversational checkouts. It's like the same. I mean, but what we did, we tried to improve the speed of the checkout and like make it more lightweight. And what we really did, the old guys, old merchants will understand me. We combined one-page checkout with a multi-step checkout. So there is no more. There's no more types like this. So there's no need to click next. It's really combined. And you see the steps now is like inside the one page checkout.
Right.
And another thing which we did is, let me just go here. If you go to the Visual Builder checkout page, you will still see two different types of the checkout. We are just experimenting with that. But if you don't like the first type, you always can go to the second one. So what is the difference? The second type is really what I show you right now. It's the same form, address form. People see it, and they need to fill it. What we're experimenting right now and collecting stats about that is we're trying this one, the first. So really, we are asking for only for email number, only for email or phone. It depends on your member login. So please fill only email. And if it's a new visitor, you already can grab it. We already grabbing it as soon as they type it. And you
Oh,
already can do abandon carts. You can already see like why they left. And let's refresh. So this is like nothing else, no address, nothing. Just fill email, proceed, and then we will show the address. Another thing which we did here is control of your guests and memberships. Meaning, if you don't want really to allow guest checkout, you can disable it, and it will be just with just with member, or vice versa. You cannot disable both,
right.
obviously, but you can just disable member checkout and let only guests. So always it will be a guest checkout. But again, many merchants are asking, and I should warn you, if you doing that like in the middle, meaning you already have buyers or your users who have a registered account, they already cannot do the guest
The
checkout
guest
because they
checkout.
have one. Yes, yes.
So
Also,
that
you
that
can.
so sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah.
interrupt that a little bit, Max. That is very important, guys. So whenever an account is already created in your system, and I'm interrupting this because this is a great tip for all of us that actually do have e-commerce store. Whenever you log in, or you not log in, but whenever you process or you buy something as a guest, we don't get the information. We don't grab that information. Now, with what we did, just to improve that process, whenever somebody buys the first time in your card, they actually get registered. And once they type in the email address, they get sent via email a password so they can continue the process. And if, let's say, they happen to actually just not complete the order, then you can use the same email address to do pretty much anything in regards to try to capture that sale with your abandoned carts process, which is available also in GrooveKart. Sorry, Max, let's just keep going.
Yeah, it's okay. While you're talking, I'm just actually doing what I wanted. One sec. I just want to show the next thing about the OTP, and actually, it's important to show for people who are watching us right now, and for ones who will watch it in the recording. So I just need one thing. 1 second. Just
No
need
worries.
one thing. Yeah. Let me just do it in the next screen. So I just created an account on this demo store. Okay. Let me just add this to the cart. So I am as a max at groovekart.com. I have an account now. So what we did with this new checkout update is that when you have an account, you don't really insert the password. We are sending the OTP code.
The OTP code.
OTP is like,
Okay.
yeah, one-time password. It's nowadays, I think you can agree with us, like, with me, that like nowadays, like people hate passwords. Google, Facebook, everyone trying to avoid even OTP codes, like so, but uh, f- checking 6 digits code on email, it's much easier than remember password on the store, where you did a sale. So like it's easier. But again, we have a way to use password instead if you forgot your OTP. Merchants are asking to rename OTP to something more obvious because not everyone understand what is OTP. We hear
Right.
you, so we will update that to more native natural word.
Yeah, because
So
sometimes OTP sounds completely different, and people are like, "Hey,
uh-huh,
what is this OTP thing?" That they
hmm,
imagine something else, like a link or something. So it's just a six-digit code that,
yes,
and we use this because we notice the increasing of situations of changing passwords. I forgot my password, this and that. So I think that part will benefit definitely your conversions, because if it's just a matter of getting a code, just like you do with your bank, or what you do
yes.
in any other site, so it will definitely just help out into do so many things.
Yes, that's true. And many merchants also coming with a question, I'm not getting OTP codes, or like my buyers complain about that. So I can say on 100% that we are always sending OTP codes, and there is no problem or with the checkout. There is a problem more. There is a problem with a mail server. So please, if you do not receive OTP codes or somebody on your store, check your mail server settings. We highly recommend to use SMTP setup with like a G Suite, Zoho, Outlook, or Microsoft 365. So it's in that way you will have 100% delivery and no problems with emails.
Right. And remember that, guys, if you have a Groove account, you can set those records, those MX records within your DNS in Groove CM. And since the store is connected the same way to your GrooveKart store, you can do that as well.
Yeah. And just to close the question about the OTP codes, I can say that we also have integration with Twilio, meaning if you don't want to send OTP codes in an email, it's up to you. You can send it with SMS. You can just create a Twilio account. Of course, it's not free, but
Right.
they have some cheap plans.
Rates. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
people, yeah,
and you know what, this is great, because some people, for example, if you send for example, if you want to have your store exclusively work with mobile, which now
hmm,
GrooveKart, believe it or not, in behind the scenes, there's a lot of work that has been done, and today we're actually just letting you know part of the greatest stuff that we have done. So if you have a store that is, let's say, strictly digital documents, ebooks,
hmm,
SMTP is a great way to start, because I'm sorry, SMS is a great way to start the order, because all that you do is people are statically on the phone now all the time. So once
hmm,
they actually just get the first step, they ordered your book. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get into the. I'm gonna get a message with my code. Put my code in, complete your order, and that will actually just help you as well with conversions, because it's more secure. It gives the impression, and it's actually very useful, because people feel more confident when you're asking, "Hey, here is my code. I'm gonna make sure that is me. Put the code, make the order."
yes.
And Wolfgang actually asked, and as we go along, uh, we're gonna just take a look at a couple of questions. Wolfgang G asked, "Will there be a tutorial regarding OTP code deliverability?" Yes, that's the plan. And today is the first of many that we're gonna be doing. So I know there's gonna be a lot of questions, especially with what we come up next, because we still have a couple more topics to talk about today. But due to time constraints, we don't have a lot of the things that we will love to share with you guys. But since we're going to be doing now, probably in a monthly basis to start, but then we're going to just try to, for 2024, get a little bit more time in, and did what we did probably a couple of years back, where we had a full a complete challenge. Sometime we did a challenge back in 2020 and 2021. So I'm hoping to get to that point again. It's just a matter of time and a lot of the things that we're working in the background. But Max, anything else to add about in regards to the actual checkout process?
Yes, just as a last thing which I want to add is, again, so since if you are a new merchant, you probably even do not notice that because we released that in March. But here's the thing, that since we combined one page checkout with a multi-step checkout, it's, you see, even like if your buyer have some information on your store, we are saving that. And if it comes from abandoned cart sequence, let's say, or just you returning back the visitor, they need only /order URL, and it's a payment. So even shipping will be saved, and it's like triple time faster than it was before with the multi-step checkout. And like, just pay. So all the once you fill the information, it will be saved, loaded without next again, and so on, as you remember that in past. So many changes in the checkout. I think we have a video about that. Like it's like a hour or like a one, like a half an hour video somewhere. So with all the changes we did in the checkout process. I think you're again muted, Jhon.
Yes, sorry.
Uh,
Again, it's I was chatting with somebody just now and I had to send a voice message. So I had to mute my mic. Sorry, Max. Anyways, I was saying nice, great. I mean, this is actually something that a lot of people say, well, change is just sometimes is not good for my customers, but remember, it's always for their security, privacy, all that stuff that people will definitely benefit from. So now we have another topic, guys. So we have talked about the custom fields. We have talked about the checkout. Now we're getting close to the half an hour. So how about if we jump right in there into the memberships? This feature was released already, but a lot of people were asking about it. Like, hey, Jhon, how do I do if I have a physical product and I want to have in a monthly basis to have the customer to, instead of making the order every month, how can we do that automatically? So we heard you guys and we did it. This was actually pushed last year, but it is just now the time that we can actually just show you fully. And Max is going to just show you in just a moment how is the functionality with the actual memberships with physical products. So Max, you need to change the screens or jump somewhere else in
mhm.
the actual Groove app. And then, guys, as I said, the last 20-25 minutes, probably 15-20 minutes, probably I can extend a little bit more. We're going to show you the main feature today. And I'm going to keep it a secret because a lot of people have requested this. And I want to make sure that whoever is looking at this live, they said, okay, now we're back into the things that we wanted with Groove, and also to keep the expectations high. Because right at the end, we're going to also talk about a couple of things that are coming up. And Max and I will share that. So, Max?
Yeah, I just I just remembered one more thing about the checkout. So people asking, yes, for some people it's important to have OTP codes, yes, but for others it's just, you still can do a guest checkout, meaning just disable the member checkout and they will never receive any OTP codes, passwords, anything. You're just disabling the member checkout, rename the button from as guest, let's say, to continue, make it green, and they will just do the order with the address, and that's all.
Perfect.
So yeah, as Jhon said, we released recurring payments long time ago, but the improvements of that released in this year. Like again, it was released this year, and many people are asking, and nowadays it's so popular. We released uh, memberships for the physical products, and it's connected already with the Printful and other print-on-demand services we have. So what benefits it brings? So let's say you are selling T-shirts as a subscription. Again, it's a popular thing.
Max,
Uh,
sorry to interrupt before you continue. If you're showing that, it's not showing the right screen. You're still in that window from the checkout.
okay, sure. Oh, yes.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so I think like many people know that recurring pricing is live now, but the thing which you might don't know is that uh, now it's ready with the physical products. So really, if you are selling your T-shirts or even like stickers, Frank Salinas was
Right.
pushing that stickers, yes, even with the with the T-scape. So now there is like a possibility to do that. So what makes the most important thing is just to make the switch on. That's really it. So you can
Right.
still do recurring pricing, you can still do monthly, yearly, one-time purchase, but if you switch to turn on this switch, requires shipping, it will start additional processes. So let's say somebody purchased your subscription, And from the order confirmation, your order really, so it's like a core concept. Your order really is order, but membership, subscription is really something different. It's just made from the order. And if it's a digital product, it just keep charging. Like, let's say monthly, order is made, finished, complete. But subscriptions keep charging, like monthly, monthly, monthly. In terms of physical products, which require shipping, with that switch, what it does, let's say it's time to charge the buyer. So if that is a physical product, it charges the buyer, and then it creates a new order.
Okay.
Because it requires shipping, it requires tracking codes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you are saying if it's like a print-on-demand product, it again should be sent as a separated order to Tscape, let's say, or Printful. So, and that's the flow. And um, you can change the shipping price. So let's say shipping just now high, and from the dashboard you can change the price of the shipping. So, and this is a thing. Why our recurring when we are doing recurring product, we are not making, let's say, recurring Stripe plan. What we are doing, we are just saving the recurring
payment information.
yes, and we can do the recurring. We can change the recurring basically, but so you are in the control of when and how much.
Right.
Of course, they can cancel. Of course, it's important things nowadays. They can cancel. They can pause. You can do that, but you can play with the shipping price.
And guys, remember, this is actually used for many different things. If you sell, let's say, candles, if you sell t-shirts, stickers, whatever you actually have access to, it could actually work also with print on demand. Let's say you have a great design every month, and you just have to have the print on demand t-shirt, or I'm sorry, the t-shirt club of the month, and then you design a t-shirt every month. And if you have anybody subscribed to that specific order, every single month for, let's say, 12 months, you charge $19 a month or $20 a month, they will get a t-shirt, and everything happens automatically. So this is a very interesting actually order process, because as Max says, it will require, of course, your shipping, your handling. But with print on demand, since it's the same customer, you already know what will be the shipping cost. So if it varies because probably an order is bigger or they order more stuff, then that will be a different case. But for the specific order that you have said on the actual system, then you have no problem. So, and remember, I just read another comment. Are we going to have more of these tutorials? Yes, guys, we're going to be pushing tutorials. Again, it's right now a matter of trying to organize our schedules, and also just make sure that what we are committed with the company to do, the programming, all the stuff that we need to do is done. And then we can just bring you that. But for sure, we're going to have more lives, and for sure, we're going to have tutorials in everything that we're doing, so you guys are updated. Now, Max, sorry that I interrupted you again in the middle of that, the quantity pricing and the recurring.
Yeah,
So,
I just while you were speaking, I just created an order. So again, you see, if you are new to the recurring system on GrooveKart, so once you do an order, it's really an order, and it's just completed, payment accepted. It's gone. That's all. You can refund it, but subscriptions are under the different place. It's just below the orders. And once you are here, you have the subscription here. And in the details of it, you can just add my shipping cost was 0. I just made an order with 0, but you can just add a cost, a different one, and next time with the next charge date, it will charge 33 plus the shipping cost.
nice.
And create an order.
Perfect. And actually, Max, Dwight Perry just asked, is the builder itself getting any new features? Yes, actually, this is part of the old features, but we're going to have new features in the system. For example, we just demoed the actual custom fields. That's actually a new feature, and we're going to have new features in the next upcoming weeks. And I know, and I'm going to mention it really quickly, is that we're going to have a couple of things with Facebook and Klaviyo, but we'll talk about that later. Now, sorry again, Max. I just needed to point out to Dwight that, yes, we're going to have the more upcoming features. And of course, right now we're showing a new one that maybe some of you guys might have not seen. So this might be new to somebody, and this might be not so new to some others, but we're going to try to keep everybody informed.
Yeah.
So, Max, this will be helpful to any single company store that want to do recurring products. Now, the benefit of this is not only that you are going to have more orders, more recurring orders every month, but also it's easy to set up. And yes, now remember, guys, we're just doing an update. We're try to just inform you guys what we have done. And later on, we're going to schedule more trainings with more lives so we can actually do hands-on training, and we can record those trainings and actually just convert them into, the tutorials that everybody's been asking for. So, and now, Max, I think the only thing left that we already talked about the custom fields, the memberships, and the actual custom fields and changes on the checkout. So the last thing that we can talk about now is one of the newest integrations. And this is the part that I am going to present. So Max, if you want to just kill your screen so I can present mine.
Okay. One
Let
sec.
me share my screen.
How to do that?
Perfect. Now let me just
stopped one. How to minimize me?
How to minimize you? We cannot minimize you, Max. We can probably just make you disappear for a couple of moments, but not minimize you, never. All right, so I am going to share my screen right now, so please let me know if you guys can see my screen. All right. So we are now looking at the big announcement that we have for today, the implementation with Lulu. What is Lulu? Some of you ask. Lulu was actually, or is, one of the requests that we've been working on. And more recently, we decided that it was a great business idea for us to help all aspiring writers and people that actually sell documents or e-documents or books and many other things that you can be printable. And I'm going to just give you guys in the next 10-15 minutes a couple of a rundown on how to actually connect Lulu into Groove. So this is part of the actual was part of what we're doing to actually expand our wave of services. Let me just go back here to the test store that we created, because we have actually done many new products, and I'm going to just go in there and I'm going to show you guys what exactly has been added. Yes, Lulu was part already, but we have an announcement. We did not announce Lulu at any point, and today is being talked about, but nobody has seen it functioning. Nobody has actually seen it working. And as you can see here, guys, there's actually two of them that you might see down in the bottom, which is Tiny Brander and Honeycomb. Those are features that are coming up. Those are products that are coming up soon. And yes, somebody just asked, I believe it was just Wolfgang, we are going to have also Printify that is actually coming up within the next couple of months. Now, Honeycomb, Tiny Brander, they're actually, I believe, is supplements, if I'm correct, Max. I believe Tiny Brander is one upcoming brand. So we're still working with them, and soon they're going to be giving us a green light, as well as Honeycomb. But today we're talking about Lulu. So let me just show you how to create with Lulu, because yes, we have announced it before. We talk about it a little bit, but we don't know how to work it. And that's why in the next 15-20 minutes, I am going to give you the really quick draw in how to create your account with Lulu and how to connect it with GrooveKart. Pretty much the same thing that we will do with any other print-on-demand service out there. And let's just get started. So in order to, let me just step back for a second. And what is Lulu? So Lulu is a company that allows you to sell your own printed books. Pretty much is your publishing house in your hands. Pretty much you can publish any kind of book, any kind of journal, notebook, any kind of product. So, and as you can see in my screen, it pretty much tells you what they do. You can print your books, guides, templates, or you can they can actually showcase your book also in their store as well. But how do we start? And what are the products? So let me just show you the products. This is what you can actually do. You can have print books, photo books, notebooks, and just in those 3 examples, if you're an author, if you're a poet, if you are a coach that you want to kind of, instead of going to, let's say, Amazon Publishing, you can start small and you can actually have your own print-on-demand books. So that actually is a good way to start. Also, if you're a photographer, or if, let's say, you have great ability to actually just do drawings and you want to do your own comic book or a graphic novel, right there you have the product. Or if you have, let's say, an accessories store for your house and you want to add calendars, their calendars. So I am not going to talk of each of the products that they have, but they do have a lot of products that definitely we can add into our stores to make sure the value added to each store is a little bit higher. Because when you are an author, you want to make sure that people have, your book in their hands. So these are the kind of products. The pricing, we will talk about it as we do the actual process, but I'm going to leave this open here because, as I said, we're going to just connect it to GrooveKart. So first thing that we need to do is I'm going to create my free account. I'm just going to, and guys, this is live. This is the first time that I'm creating an account. And I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use my email address here. And I'm going to put my password. Any password that you want. I'm going to just select here that I agree. I'm not a robot. And I'm going to sign up. Oopsie, cookie not found. Make sure the cookies are able to browsers. Back to Lulu. And I know the reason why. Because I am using a incognito window. So let me give you guys a tip. Do not use an incognito window when you're going to create an account with Lulu. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring another window here really quickly. Let me just open another browser really quickly so I can bring it in here and go to lulu.com. And now we know that we cannot use an incognito window when we are creating the Lulu account. So I'm going to register really quickly. And then I am going to log in. So let me just restart the process for a second there. And while I do that, guys, if you have any other questions, please let us know in the comments so we can actually address that for you. And I will... Okay, we're going to confirm the password. And I'm not a robot, sign up. Of course, you're going to get an email, you're going to get your code, you're going to get whatever else you need in order to complete your process. And, okay. I forgot to click on the I have read the agreement. Right now, the account seems to be, I need to verify the email, which I'll do in just a moment so we can proceed. Now, just type in the comments. You guys find this interesting? Is Lulu something that you can actually explore? Or if there's any author, tell us why would you like to use Lulu and what will be the benefits of actually having printed books. If you have, let's say, a series of poetry or if you are an author for any other topic. So let us know in the comments so we can actually just kind of gauge if this is something that massively our customers are going to use. So I'm actually validating right now the email, and it will be done in just a second. Give me just one moment here. Let me just, I'm confirming right now the email here in my email. And we're going to go to step 2, which is kind of just do the connectivity between Lulu and GrooveKart. And then that will be the connection. And that's pretty much what we needed to do today. just get it connected. So now I already checked the email. I am back into Lulu, so I am going to close this window right here. And I'm going to move this one right here, which is the one that I just actually, I believe I am connected to. So right now I have perfect. This is how your account will look like. Let me see on the actual settings. So now, one of the things that is interesting about Lulu is, oh, I actually had a test order here for some other book. Now, how do you connect this? So remember, every single company, the connectivity is different. Printful is one way. Tscape, they're different. Now, with Lulu, the case is, of course, as easy as possible because we connect through the APIs. All that we need is pretty much to connect the right APIs so we can actually just do this. So let me just give you the link to where for that needs to happen, which is developers.lulu.com. And this, of course, is not going to be in the recording, but also is going to be in the manual or the training videos that we're going to do connecting with Lulu. So as you can see, here's my profile, the Lulu API. We have the profile, and it's already logged in because, of course, I have my account. And all that you need to do here is go to your API keys. So we're going to click here. It's going to generate a client. Click on that section right here. And you're going to have 3 important catchphrases or keys here. So I am going to now go into GrooveKart because now it's going to ask me, okay, so where do I put this information? So I'm going to just do something here. And I'm going to go into my GrooveKart. We're going to go into Lulu, learn more. We're going to activate Lulu. And then once this little gear appears, we're going to click here. And what it will happen is it's going to give us the connectivity and the client codes that you need to add. So we're going to just do that. We're going to copy the client key, the first one on the top, paste it. Then the client secret, copy and paste it. And we do the same with the encoded key. Now we're going to do that and save key. What happens now is the configuration is updated. You can actually just close this, and then you can add a product. Let's just give you how to add a product because this is the important part. And Max, I know that we spoke about the certain things that you need in order to add a product with Lulu. And there's one key thing that, please, I do not want you guys to forget. The most important part when adding a product in Lulu is the actual SKU or the book or the product ID. And I will show you that today. But again, within the next couple of days, we will try to push this as a manual. I'm going to try to do a live event, try to squeeze it in before the end of the year, because we want to make sure that you guys start using, as always, your GrooveKarts. And if this is of interest for a couple of people that I see, you can actually do that. I know Brent Adams just make a comment that said, I use KPD for my books. That's awesome. How much money KDP keeps for themselves? Think about that. Think about it and try to see if Lulu makes sense for you to have printed books for your customers. I know KPD uses mostly ebooks, so you can actually just gauge and see. Just try to measure it and see if it will make sense to have your own in-house, publishing tool with GrooveKart. Now, and let's just add a product. So now that we're going to add a product, it's going to be the same situation. And the way that you add a product, it's actually, you do it in 2 steps. And please, Max, jump in at any time. And if I'm doing something that is not on the right order, because I know it has to have certain things. And remember, guys, this is a test store. But let's just add a book here called, let me see if I have. So I know I downloaded something today. Give me just 1 second. And see. Okay, no, this is not what I wanted. Give me 2 seconds here as I... Hey, we got a visitor. All right. So product title, let's just put running out of time. All right, out of time. The book description. Guys, something interesting, by the way, while I do this, Groove AI has a very specific set of tools there that actually help you with the SEO. And I've been testing it in a couple of my sites, and the descriptions that we get and the meta that we get when we use AI for products is incredible. So do not fear the use of multiple apps within GrooveKart, because we're trying to make sure that everything works, for a single purpose. And because I've tested it, because I've seen it, and because I am planning to have more lives with that subject, it's definitely worth a while for you to take a test into a product description using Groove AI. So I'm going to just put this is a test book. And about time. Tax, price, whatever you want to do. The pricing, of course, has to be on the check-in price. And here's the fun part. Once you click check pricing, you're going to be into the actual product type. And this is where we complete the second part. Let's say I want to write a book about running out of time. So it's going to be a printable book right here. And then the second step is the options, the book size. So the book size will be the regular book, I think, is the 5.3 by 827, which is the A5. Or you can actually just determine what kind of book you want to actually sell. A pocket book, a novella, the digest, A5, the US straight, executive crown. You will select the sizes. You will see exactly what product you want to sell. But in this case, let's go with the A5, which is the most common size. Now, page count. Of course, you're going to have a PDF. You're going to need a PDF to do this. So you do the page count. And as I'm reading this, as I'm doing this live, I noticed that they will require for you to upload your artwork for the first page of the book, for the cover and the back. So always count those 2 pages. So you have, let's say if your book is 100 pages, the page count will be 102. I'm going to put, in this case, 27. Since it's a small book, it's actually very, let me just put 47. It makes more sense. 47 because it's 45 pages book, back, and cover. So now the interior color, is it only just black, white, premium, color, premium, or standard? It's just black and white because it's a regular book. I don't have any graphics in my book. If you do have, remember, you have the ability to kind of just pick whatever you want, depending on the product that you want. So now let's just go to paper type. If you want coated white, white, or cream. I always like, reading on the white background. So white is fine. And also remember, guys, before I continue, any different choice that you make here, it will actually just affect the cost. But we will see that in a second, how much it will cost us. On a standard black and white book, 47 pages on white paper. Now also the binding type. So do we want a hardcover, the paperback, saddle stitch, or line and wrap? I always go with a hardcover, and I always want the glossy. So let's say for this kind of situation, how much is this? So for 25 pages, it's $10.85. So this is the cost of the book. Remember, there's going to be a couple of extra charges for shipping because they're doing the hard work for you. They're printing the book and they're selling it. There is no minimum quantities. That's why you can actually sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whichever number you actually are available to sell. Now, you can also do orders. So if you order, let's say, 50 copies for you, and then let's just say we're going to send them to the United States. Let's see how much will that cost. So the actual cost for 50 copies will be $39, and it will be delivered in 19. So if you want to keep them in stock. So if you want to keep them in stock, that's fine. And as you can see here, your books in total, for the 50 copies will be this much. But then again, we're not talking about that, but it's a feature that they have if you want to stock the books. Of course, the books will get to your house. But for your customers, this is the actual pricing level that you can go by. This is your cost plus the shipping, depending on where they are, depending on the country that you're going to be selling the books. So we got to check all that cost and make sure that it makes sense financially for you. But here is the part that is very important, because in the process, this number, the Lulu SKU, is what we really need in order to have this book. So I know what I want. This is the book that I want to print. And this is pretty much the book that I'm going to be selling. So now we have this. This is ready. So now we go back here to GrooveKart. And as you can see here on the pricing, the book is $10.85. So I'm going to sell it for $22. Mind you, I haven't checked any kind of pricing as far as the shipping, but just to keep it affordable, because it's a very interesting book about running out of time, I'm going to keep it at $22. Now, the SKU, as you can see here, find SKU. I can actually just do that here, or I can just paste the number. Actually, let's just do find SKU. So, and it will start, of course, the process again, because I had the book, but I just did not continue because we don't have the actual setting ready here. So I'm going to just put the SKU that I saved and add the cover image. You will need a graphic. It's usually 800 by 600, depending on the product type that you want. And then, of course, your cover image, if you want it in PFD format. And the book, this URL should be accessible by Lulu. The book PDF. This is very important because, as it says there, you need to have these two URLs for the book and your cover image accessible. So what we recommend is actually just go into your G drive and create a small area in your G drive and get the book from there. So let me just do that really quickly here. Let me just bring into my G drive here. 1 second. So once we do that, let me see if I can access that in a moment. I am going to have a file here. I just got an error here. Give me 1 second. I think I might have to be connected to the right account. So, that's probably why. So let me bring my G drive here. This is just an example anyway. So let's pretend this is your G drive. Everybody has a G drive. It's free, so you can actually do that. And you can select any of these documents, any of these folders. But the secret is that whenever you select the folder, make sure that you share the folder and you copy the link. And once you copy the link, you have to make sure that this folder is share. So we're going to keep share right here. And let's just make sure that you get... Sorry, it's taking a little longer than I expected here, but you have it as unrestricted, anyone with the link. So you can do that to the specific file. I'm using this as an example, but anyone with the link, then you click done, and then you go back to your book, and let's pretend this is the PDF address, and I paste that, and that will be the PDF because it's accessible to everybody. The same thing with the cover image. Then you complete pretty much the actual pages, the brand, if you have a specific branding. So you can actually do that. Then you just add product. Oh, it requires a PDF format for, let's just do this. That's actually a new feature that you guys probably know, that if it's required, it will let you know. So let me just do that. Paste. No link. Okay. The pages count. Oh, because I haven't added the product count here. Give me 1 second. Pages, we said 47 pages. Now it's doing the product. So you'll see the product here, running out of time. This is the SKU. So you add that product into your store. You just take a look at it right here. So you can see, guys, this is a test store running out of time right here. And of course, we have to make sure, let's just take a look at the preview. I didn't upload any kind of file, any kind of cover for the book, but this is pretty much where your descriptions and your information for the product will be. And when people click add to cart, it automatically, of course, you sell the book and an order is placed so you can get the order directly with Lulu. Is that pretty much correct, Mr. Max?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. So that's part of what we have been doing, guys. I know this was a very, very short demo and a very, very short situation with all the things that we have been working with Groove, at least GrooveKart. Specifically, Max and I were tasked to do this because we felt that that GrooveKart was the redheaded stepchild that nobody wants to talk about. But we're here. We're actually here to make the product better. And I hope that this brief introduction into the world of Lulu will help you guys out to investigate, try to play around with it, and definitely just use it if you're an author. I've seen a couple of people actually asking for a couple of things. We're gonna get to that. Remember, we're here to actually just make sure that the platform, at the end of the day, serves you because you're customers. But also, we have to make sure and think of as a whole, that make sure that it makes sense for a lot of us, for a lot of people, and more importantly, for you. So we're gonna get there. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and let me just close this because this pretty much completes the demo for Lulu. You create the product there, you actually add your SKU, and that's pretty much how it runs with Lulu. And I promise we're gonna get a more deep dive with Lulu within the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna try to push it before the end of the year. I need to make sure schedules and people is available, but we are gonna try to do that. Now, let me just bring this out of the way here. Let me just bring back now a couple of things that I'm gonna stop my screen. Now you can see both of us here, Mr. Max. And since it's we're already past the hour, I try to keep it within the hour. We want to be respectful of you guys' time. And there's two things that I want to actually just talk about, but let's just check first questions. Is how is payment process? Is a split pay between cart owner and Lulu? Cameron, actually, you just pay the cost. Once the order is created, you have your credit card on file, just like any other print-on-demand service. You will have a credit card on file, and they charge the cost of the book that is going to be sent out. And of course, you charge your customer once they make the order. So once they make the order, you get paid, and of course, you keep the difference. That's pretty much what you earn with that order. Now, Dwight Perry says custom header is one of the main things GrooveKart needs to. Also, themes that changes and looks like functionality and their stores. And yes, we know that's what we need. And because of Max facial expressions telling me he's been working on that, and it's not that easy, guys, but we're gonna get there. Right, Max?
Yeah, I can say that refactoring the full app in the background is easier than give you custom headers. It's not just because we are not listening. I see. But you know, from the day of GrooveKart release till now you are able to modify from top to bottom, from homepage to thank you page. And this is the only section which you cannot modify the header. We will get there. Yeah, I promise. But I cannot say when, because it's not even right now in the development. It's hard to... we will get there.
Yeah, and let me just jump into my developer mode right now, even though I haven't developed in a lot, but I'm in the process of participating more with the refactoring. And part of the guys in my team, actually, they're helping out, looking at those little nuisance that our customers are experiencing. And it's going to take a whole army to make sure that this gets perfected. And we're going to get there. It's just all about a little bit more time, especially with the refactoring, because the refactoring will affect incredible changes in Groove. We just released a part of it, and functionality is already improving. We know that there's a couple of other challenges with GrooveMail, but also it's part because GrooveMail will also be included with GrooveKart. And Max, that's part of the things that I want to kind of just give you a little bit of a tease with that, because GrooveMail and GrooveKart are going to be kind of just working together with certain things. And also Printify. Printify is I believe, part of that is already developed. We have pretty much the connectivity. We just need to make sure that I know it was announced probably 3, 4, even I would say probably 5 months ago. There were discussions and there were chatted about certain things, but we're gonna make it happen. And once that happens, I know a lot of people are fans of Printify, and it will be something that will benefit your businesses. Now, Max, um, one of the things that I wanted to make sure, guys, is that we're here for you. And now to close it up, we passed already the 5 minute mark. I'm going to just probably talk about this for another 2, 3 minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up. But support. GrooveKart support has a very specific area. So I know Max is available, and Max, we're going to probably include the link for your Calendly if customers might need you or might need myself as well. If you guys need me, I'll be more than glad to help you in anything that is related to GrooveKart. We're going to drop the links in a second in the comments. And if they're not in the comments, most likely will be in the recordings of these videos in YouTube. We're going to put it in the comments so you guys can actually reach us. Why? Because now, more than ever, we need to make sure that we hear what you guys need. Custom headers is one of them. Some other people are requesting some other stuff. So we are going to keep our ears open. But remember that we have to make sure that every single change, every single thing that we do for GrooveKart actually affects the overall group, affects all our customers, and of course, affects it in a positive way. Now, last thing to announce is Facebook shop support. And I think I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but I know in the past there were some challenges for the Facebook shop. And now we're going through those challenges, right, Max? And a couple of things were actually perfected, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So once those things are actually more into a solid state that we can actually test them out, we will announce that it's ready. You can actually go in and play. Or can our customers, Max, go in there and try to just test it out and play with it, since I believe it's already released, or not yet?
You mean what exactly? What is?
To actually connect the shops into the GrooveKart within Facebook.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. So it was available for a long time, yes, but
with all the
we took
Facebook
some time.
changes that they
Yes,
made.
yeah. Facebook, everybody like Google also making changes always, and with the latest changes, I can confirm that Facebook, the products from GrooveKart will come almost natively to the Facebook shop with variations, with prices, with SKUs, and that can be done with the correct XML which we are providing to the Facebook. The only
Perfect.
thing which we can have, the problem which we can have in American USA, because they have extra requirement for the quantities, and if you, let's say, like just disable the stock management on GrooveKart, everything is passed like 0, 0, 0, 0.
Right.
So on the Facebook side and the Facebook dashboard, you need to bulk select everything and just add, let's say, 100 if it's like a print on demand. So
Right.
but the rest of the stuff from the yeah.
Perfect. So guys,
Again, oh yes. Sorry.
if you wanna start exploring that, go for it. While we actually just put a nice tutorial for you guys, so that will be probably the next one. And yes, I'm reading here a couple of comments about people have been asking for Printify for years. Yes, we started talking to Printify close to 10, 11 months ago, Max, if not more. But there's a situation, guys. Some companies, it's not that we don't want to add them. Some companies have exclusivity rights with our competitors. So it's really hard for us to kind of offer something. We discuss them, we try to get them to them, but now finally they're responding, and that limitation, I believe, is not going to be a problem. And once everything is ready to go, it will happen. The same thing, like we said, with Printful. 2 years ago, when people wanted to have Printful, it took us a little while because there's a lot of negotiation, talking, developers, APIs, code, back and forths. So it's a matter of time. But we appreciate, guys, that you're sticking with us, that you're actually using the product. And Printify, just as Lulu, they're going to come back. And yes, we're still here, we're alive, and GrooveKart will keep helping a lot of the stores right now that are online. I know a couple of them personally that have incredible products, that have incredible sales processes, and they're making money. So we're going to continue to do that. Now, Max, if there's nothing else, is right now we just passed the mark for the hour and 10 minutes. Anything else that you would like to add?
I want just to mention again the Calendly link because I'm doing these meetings with merchants for a long, long time. So if you think that there's no activity on Facebook, I'm always glad to help anytime. Oh, not sorry, on Mondays and Wednesdays, 30-minute sessions. Feel free. People sometimes book even two. I have a scheduled time for with talking with you on Mondays and Wednesdays. And if you want to get your store live, I want to get your stores live ASAP. So please click the link and schedule a meeting, and we will get anything sorted.
Perfect. And I will also include mine. Most likely, those two links are going to be in the recording in YouTube and in Facebook. Now, Robert, if you're still online, I think we're about to close. And Robert, hey, welcome back, man. Appreciate your help today and the chats and moderating. It's always great to see you. Max, thank you so much, man. I know you are also a busy guy, so am I, but we do this, guys, because I know there was a lot of chatted about GrooveKart just being out in the shadows, but we're here, we're making it better, and we're going to keep making it better for you guys. So with that said, Robert, thank you very much. Max, thank you very much, my friend. You guys have a pleasant day, and we're going to leave the link so you can contact us. And don't forget, if you have any trouble, reach us out to support@groovedigital.com. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.